Just to make sure that everyone is hearing me well, just to test the line before we start. Can you confirm or send a message saying that you can hear clearly, so we can adjust our equipment before we start? Okay, brilliant. So thanks, Mr. Ahmed Ali Saleh, for confirming that it's all clear. So thanks again for joining our webinar. Today we're going to talk about how to obtain the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa by investing in UK businesses via Kingdom Plan project. So we'll tell you more about the roots of the opportunities of investing in the UK and obtaining this Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, and the timelines to and objectives of becoming a permanent resident citizen in the UK via investment. And also we have a unique program, a unique offering as well today, which is we haven't talked or haven't announced before. It's something that we're going to talk today during the webinar, something new. We call it Kingdom Venture Plan. So Kingdom Venture Plan is an opportunity for the investor who don't have £200,000 but still wants to go ahead with this program, to receive the benefits of this program, and also to invest with £50,000 option. So and obtain these benefits of receiving Tier 1 entrepreneur visa. And I'll tell you more about the timescales of becoming the permanent resident in the UK via this investment. But again, you will hear these unique benefits during the webinar, and I hope you will enjoy. Just brief about what we're going to talk during our webinar today. Once more, I will brief you about why investing in the UK, why UK attracts so many FDI than any other European country, and we will tell you about the significant changes recently in the immigration rules. Especially, we had some changes on the 11th of January of 2018, and I'll tell you more about these changes. And we will go through, show some case studies, and I'll tell you more about the Venture Kingdom Plan during this webinar. So just introduce myself. My name is Muzaffar. I'm a senior business consultant and accountant for law, and I have a banking project finance background. I used to work at the major banks, financing, and joined also our parent company, Seed Mentors, where we invest in startup companies under the Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme. And one of the initiatives within that Seed Mentors, I've initiated the first Sharia Seed Enterprise Investment Fund, which was quite successful. We raised funds and invested in a number of Sharia-compliant companies. And I also, have advised on the startups and have experience in expertise in startup business projects and their funding and in foreign direct investments. So, investing in UK. Why UK, first of all, and why UK attracts foreign direct investments, and what are the benefits of investing in the UK? I would say the UK has held onto its top-ranked position as an investment destination in Europe with 22% market share, worth of 38 billion. That shows that the foreign direct investment appeal retained its dominance despite Brexit. This has come from the FDI report from 2017. And with an outstanding reputation as a place to live and work, the UK is the natural home for ambitious foreign investors and their families. In addition to choice of a flexible pathway to residence and citizenship, the UK has a strong appeal across the three key issues that often concern investors. Number one, security, I would say, has a stable and democratic political system. So we see that in many countries there is a political, economical instabilities, The UK, although we are, the negotiation about the Brexit, but we understand that the Brexit is also benefiting the UK economy on the long term as well. And I will brief you about what we can see that even after the Brexit, that the investment amount that coming to the UK is not decreasing, is increasing, and we can see the financial forecast for the coming economic forecast for the coming years is going upwards, not downwards, which is a very, very positive. And as I said, a stable and democratic political system has a government committed to supporting businesses of all types and sizes. Free market economy, which is the sixth biggest in the world and the third largest in Europe. British pound considered to be a safe haven currency, and also a skilled and diverse labor market. So UK has a very diverse labor market. And if you talk, I think another part that attracts the UK is education as well, because as we know that internationally renowned schools and universities, one of the best universities are in the UK. So whether it's Oxford, Cambridge, London School of Economics. So if you would like to your children or your family or your kids to benefit of having the benefiting from the British education, it's a great opportunity. And thriving independent sector, an extensive and well-funded state sector, quality of life. I would say also it differs from many countries, has a cosmopolitan society. So when you come to London, I think if you've been in London, you also see that it's a very, very cosmopolitan city. You can see people from all over the world, nationalities from all over the world, and it's open. It's quite very cosmopolitan, has a very cosmopolitan society, which is great to see, and where you don't feel, you will feel part of. I mean, you will. There are nationalities from all over the world, and London is a fantastic city to be, and the UK fantastic city, UK country to live. It has a rich heritage and dramatic landscapes. 5 international airports in London and high-speed connections to mainland Europe. In terms of if you're a business person, you can, in terms of travel, it also provides it's quite flexible traveling, the airports, the flights, connections, the infrastructure is very well developed here. Also, I would say competitive tax rates and tax system favorable to resident foreigners, and a strong and respected system of law. So our aim is to help you make a profitable investment in UK business. We need in focusing on foreign direct investment in unlisted UK companies, and we will also provide you with the advice and support you need to obtain the right visas for you and your family. We have recently worked with clients from over 20 countries, and including the Americas, Asia, Eastern Europe, Middle East, and African regions. So, and we'll be more than happy to assist you in this process. So, and about our company, first of all, the Kingdom Plan has been developed by Seed Matters and Canfield's Law. Seed Matters is the leading venture capital funding company in the UK. Our fund manager is regulated by the UK Financial Conduct Authority. The businesses that Seed Matters have in the database are also suitable for the tier 1 entrepreneur investors who would like to invest in existing businesses. Canfield's Law, our law firm based in Swiss Cottage. So Swiss Cottage is it was just next to the Swiss Cottage Underground Station. Specialized in wide range of issues, but the immigration is considered by the company as a major practice. And Canfield's Law has an LXL accreditation. LXL accreditation is given to top managed law firms, and is a member of Law Society. And about the seed method. Seed method was established in 2012. We were on one of the first SCIS and the leading companies who specialize in bringing together foreign direct investments. And it has more than 500 qualified investment business opportunities that are available for the seeking for investors and available for funding. Just about seed matters, as I said, specialized in seed fund investment, and it is an investment advisor, dedicated startup and early stage business supporter, and invested more than 50 companies from the funds. So we raise funds from the private UK investors and invest in startup companies in the UK. And these are our partners: BTO, Growth Accelerator, Amersham. How selection of the companies goes. So let me just give you a brief about how seed managers choose the company and selects and before they invest into the companies. So they do pitching clinics. Pitching clinics is the events where the companies come to pitch. So we have a panel of panels consisting of lawyers, accountants, and investors and entrepreneurs sitting on one side of the table, and they fire lots of questions to understand the business, the management, the viability of the business. And so one of the criteria selecting the business is that the management has to have at least 5 years experience in the field that they're raising funds. Also, the viability of the business, and how much they invested, what is the track record. There's so many questions they fired during these pitching clinics to understand about to pre-qualify them to understand whether they're suitable to raise funds under seed funding. So they do accounting, legal, IPR, credit checks, and other business checks in order to do as part of due diligence. And these companies are actively seeking investors. UK companies actively seeking investors receive the seed advance assurance certificate approved by the government as well. And also what we do on the seed matters, we do provide mentoring support. Apart from seed funding, we provide mentoring support to support the business because the companies not only need funding, but they also need support to grow the business, and whether the company needs support from the IT, accountancy, financial aspects, or any other sectors. We do have advisors and mentors that can assist the companies to grow the business. That's we understand that the key aspect of any startup company to have this support, and we provide this 5-year support, mentoring support as well. This is industry companies examples that Seed Matters has invested: Music Gateway, Simul Connect, SVG Promotions. Intunes Investor is actually in the hedge fund. Sidecast is a very innovative business technology platform that collects scientific research papers. So, and you can see from the background, from sector-wise, the Seed Matters doesn't limit itself. We welcome to any sectors, any sectors, whether it's IT, whether it's online platform, whether it's traditional businesses. We quite welcome to for them. So let me just brief you about our aim program called Kingdom Plan, as we call it, the UK Citizenship Investment Program. So the Kingdom Plan, the key under the Kingdom Plan is obtaining the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa and successfully obtaining the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa. And the key of the Kingdom Plan is business matching. Now, before going to the business matching, I would like to mention that in order to qualify for the Kingdom Plan for the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa, you would need to have £200,000 ready for the investment. And the visa is given for 3 years. And after 3 years, we can extend for another 2 years. And after 5 years, you have an opportunity to receive the permanent residency in the UK. and then after 12 months of becoming permanent residents, you can apply for a British passport if you meet the minimum stay requirements. So under this Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, minimum 200,000 must be invested into a new or existing UK business. Applicant must be actively involved as a director of the business. Investment must create a minimum 2 jobs, and there is a fast track as well. If the business creates 10 full-time jobs or turnover of more than 5 million, for example, you can actually fast track your permanent residency. So you can apply for permanent residency after 3 years, not after 5 years, but after 3 years as well. So applicant must reach the required level. There is a level of English requirements, so you need to obtain IELTS minimum 4, and entrepreneurs may be required to attend the genuineness test. Now that they all, becomes a kind of one of the compulsory parts of this visa process, application process. So they may call for the interview, and during the interview they test whether you're a genuine investor, but obviously all our clients are genuine investors who are invested in the businesses we found, and businesses business match. What is the business matching? Business matching is all about matching the business to your profile and your to your profile and CV and the business. So let's say one of the first stage, we assess your CV, look onto your qualification, you look onto your experience, and we match the business to your skills and experience, which is very important in terms of the business matching to what we're under the Kingdom Plan. So that gives an opportunity to make the case even stronger in order to successfully obtain this visa, and for the investor invest into the chosen business. So what we do, when we assess the CV, we give you 3 business options of the business, 3 businesses of actively investing. The 3 businesses that actively looking for investors, and you have a choice of businesses. Then when you choose a particular business, then we introduce you to the founders. We can arrange the Skype calls, meetings, conference calls with the founders of the company, so you can meet them. It's a great opportunity for you to meet, understand the synergies between you and the company, and make your decision. During the process, we also negotiate the shares, negotiate your role, because you have to become a director in the business. That's number 1. Number 2, we negotiate your shares, because you're investing in the business. We negotiate certain, depending on the valuation of the company, they will offer you shares. And we also try to reduce your risks. One of the risk mitigation strategies, we ask the companies to pay our clients directorship fees, which is up to £20,000. And we also have negotiate buyback options, which allows you to sell your shares, to sell your shares back to the founder after 5 years. It's kind of your exit strategy after 5 years. So we do that under the Kingdom Plan. But however, today I will tell you more about the venture plan. But before moving to the venture plan with a £50,000 option, I would like to tell you more about the 200,000 options, so you can understand the requirements and our success rates and the case studies. So the investment criteria, first of all, what is the government criteria under this Kingdom Plan on the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, or when it comes to the company? So UK company has to be registered in the UK. Any sectors excluding property development is fine. So only sector which is the property development is restricted. Minimum investment size is 200,000, but again, I will tell you about 50,000 options, but minimum investment size is 200,000. And investment in equity or unsecured debt is possible, and an investor becomes the director of the company. So you have to become a director. So what to look for in UK business? So as an investor, we always advise you to look for the business where they has a high growth potential. That's number 1. Number 2, strong management team. Always is it's very important to have a strong management team, so to understand these are main drivers to make this business successful, and ability to create two or more jobs. So this is also key because you need to extend your visa after 3 years, and part of the requirements, the business has to create two jobs. Company can benefit from having you as a director as well, because you may have contacts, networks, connections. So the companies will not only looking to receive the funding 200,000 investment, but they also benefit for having you as a director in the business, because you can help them to grow the business, if you can expand the business overseas, and that's where the company is also looking for and we're interested. So sector-wise, we have companies in many sectors, you name it, whether engineering, automotive, healthcare. We have investors invested in fashion, retail, restaurant, bars, coffee shops, financial business services, solar, energy company, technology, software, you name it. So we have successfully upon entrepreneur visa, and our clients successfully invested in those sectors, and we successfully business matched, agreed the terms, the deal for our clients, and they happily living in the UK with their families, and in order to have that also objective, long-term objective. Again, as a tier 1 entrepreneur, the requirement is £200,000 funds held by the applicant, money available for investment in a regulated financial institution. The funds available for investment must be disposable in the UK. There is English language test, which is IELTS minimum 4 on reading, listening, speaking, writing. You need to obtain, or grade B1, so equivalent to B1. Certificates also accepted. You must have at least £3,310 of personal savings to show that you have a maintenance funds. Apart from £200,000, you need to show that you have 3,310 per person. Let's say you have 5 family members of 5. You need to show, you multiply the 3,000 just for your simplicity on the number of family, and that shows that showing that you have a maintenance funds to support your family when you come to the UK, because that 200,000 goes to investment. Investment proof, the applicant must prove that there are 200,000 of liquid funds available in the account, and the funds needs to be in your account for 90 days. That's very important. So the funds needs to be in your account for 90 days before you apply. Okay, so 3 years, the visa is given 3 years, and we can extend your visa after 3 years, for another 2 years, and after 5 years, that's a great opportunity for you to apply for indefinite leave to remain, which is a permanent residency in the UK. So for the permanent residency, there is a minimum stay requirement. Okay, so the main applicant and dependents now also needs to stay 185 days in the UK in order to qualify for permanent residency. So how it works, that when you apply for the permanent residency after 5 years, after your 3 years extension for 2 years, and after 5 years you apply for permanent residency, you need to prove that for the last 5 years, for each year, you stayed at least 6 months in the UK, and the rest 6 months you can be out of the UK as well, but there is a minimum stay in order to become a permanent residency. That I just wanted to clarify here. And the new rules from the 11th of January, previously dependents didn't have to stay 185 days as long as the main applicant stays, but now the rules change, and then dependents, the family members, they also need to show that they have been living with their main applicant, so they kind of stayed the minimum, met the minimum requirements of stay. So that's the rules being implemented on the 11th of January. So here, depends minimum stay 185 days in order to apply for ILR. You need to also do a new health surcharge, submit no criminal record certificate as part of the process. This is just case study of the company that successfully received the funding from our clients, and we successfully obtained successfully matched the business and obtained the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa to our clients. So it's the clients from Iraq and from China. The company is actually produced training device for clinical skills built around haptics. So it's a very scientific business that produce simulators and suitable in medical field, in dental sector, and so on. So the clients become director, they become shareholder. We agree the directorship fees up to £20,000 per year for 5 years, and we also they have a share buyback like options to protect their investments as well. And one of the most important things, I think, they successfully obtained the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, and they have this opportunity to become a permanent resident in the UK if that's their objective. So this is another company, SciCast. This is a client from China and Azerbaijan. They successfully invested in the business. They become directors, shareholders. SciCast is a data technology and media company that provides science and technology markets with alternative access to research and papers. So it's quite a very scientific business. Then we agreed the terms. We've done all the shareholder agreements, corporate documents. Apart from the immigration work, our unique service is that we offer corporate work to our clients. So we do the shareholder agreements, subscription agreements, any buyback options. Our lawyers draft on the best interest of our clients. So when you become our clients, we make sure that your documents drafted according to the UK law and to meet and comply with Home Office rules. Because for us, not only obtaining the visa matters, but also to successfully and smoothly extend your visa after 3 years and after 5 years. We look on those aspects, and we include all the clauses and terms and compliance part from the Home Office requirements. We draft in the agreements as well. And further case studies, this is our client from Qatar. He invested, he was from construction food sector, and we offered him a number of companies, and he has also business supplying tableware and kitchenware products, and obviously we offered him construction businesses, but then he decided to choose a coffee shop, which quite, everyone heard about EasyJet. EasyJet is part of the airline company, but they launched Easy Coffee. So Easy Coffee is also, they operate as a franchise, and it was, the outline liked this business, and he decided to go with this business option. So we agreed the deal structure. He became director. We set up one Easy Coffee shop in Edinburgh, in Scotland, where he really wanted to this business to be set up, and he achieved a stable life. Family moved to the UK. Children start studying in the UK in the schools, and he got the visa within 15 days. So it's quite quick. And this is a client from Nigeria, Mr. Chubby. He's married, has children, and worked for many years in the oil and gas sector. So and he has some also property-related real estate experience. He was looking for, the motivation behind the move to the UK was a stable economy, opportunities for his family and child to study in the top universities, seeking new investment opportunities, quality of life, and choice of British passport. He focused on the company viability and stability. So we found him a match 7 companies for his skills and experience. He chose a hotel management company, and TaylorMade, it's based in Manchester. So he invested, became a director, acquired shares. We agreed the directorship fees per annum that the company can pay, and achieve stable life within 15 working days. But this is another client. His name is from our client, Chinese client, and he was certified public accounting firm partner. He didn't have any children, so there's not much to worry about in terms of child studies, but the biggest factor to consider is the stability of the company. So he had a master's degree. He didn't have to apply for IELTS. Passed the IELTS test, so he just submitted his master's degree as part of English language test. And we found him 6 companies for skills and consistency for his company. After he carefully considered the risk, he chose to invest in technology company. So most of our clients, I would say, they're coming from China, but now we I would say that one of the biggest market, but then Middle East, South Asia, African region, Commonwealth independent states, Russia is we have many clients applying for this visa. This is actually, we're doing our seminars in those countries. We recently been in Citizenship Expo in Abu Dhabi, where we presented our plan program, and this actually shows the roads of the program. So fine. Let me tell you about the Kingdom Venture Plan. I think everyone were waiting. Mr. Hani Ibrahim, thanks for actually your comments. I think Didi also mentioned that 50,000 ready, how do we apply, and so on. So let me mention briefly about Venture Plan. So under the requirements of Tier 1 visa, there is also 50,000 entry plan, which requires what are the requirements? So it has to, if you have access to 50,000 investment funds, you can apply if you have access to 50,000 investment funds from one or more of the following. So basically, I've just limited to this only one option here, venture capital firm registered with the Financial Conduct Authority. So the uniqueness of the venture plan that we are partnering with our venture capital firm, which is Financial Conduct Authority regulated and authorized and registered. So as you know, in the UK, the companies that use the financial advice, the company that uses the financial advice has to be regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. So, and we are partnering with our venture capital partner, who is Financial Conduct Authority regulated. So, funding requirements, if your funding is from venture capital firm, you must also provide, obviously, the original letter from its director, partner, or fund manager, a term sheet signed by all parties, prove that it has carried out checks and follows certain process. So due diligence. All this will be done by our venture capital partner firm. So this is actually part of the Home Office rules and guidance. So I'm just going through that guidance with you. So evidence that you can support yourself, apart from this approval from the venture capital fund or firm, that they are happy to hold the £50,000 on your behalf and invest into your business, you must prove that you have enough personal savings to support yourself while you are in the UK. So we call it maintenance funds, which I told you earlier about. So 3,310 per person. You need to show, you have family of 5, so you need to show like £15,000 maintained for 90 days in your account, apart from any investment funds that you are showing in the statement. So your personal savings might have been in your bank account for 90 days. That's the through the Home Office guidance. And to make a successful entrepreneur visa application, applicants are required to score sufficient points based on the funds. Obviously, there's also English language test requirements. What is the plan? A Tier 1 entry plan with £50,000. We're working with as I said, fully regulated and registered government-approved venture capital firm as the partner of Canfra's Law. Offers an opportunity for suitably qualified applicants to gain entry to the UK under the attractive Tier 1 entrepreneur visa. What are the requirements? This plan is available to a single applicant and entrepreneurial team. I think there were some comments from our participants that two people can participate, which even like £50,000 can be spread across the two participants. So the plan is available for a single applicant or entrepreneurial team comprising of two persons, as long as there is access for 50,000 or more. To be considered acceptable as a source of investment funds, the UK authorities require the venture capital firm to be registered with Financial Conduct Authority, and their entry onto the register must include conditions to arrange, deal in, or manage investment for management alternative investment funds. So it has to be fully regulated, as we mentioned. Who would find the plan attractive? If you ask this particular question, I'll say, although not exhaustively these categories of person might find this plan a very attractive option, basically, but we feel that if £200,000 option is a bit challenging, or if they feel that is a bit hard to manage those arrangements, I think the £50,000 would suit the applicant if to benefit the same benefits that the Tier 1 visa offers. It's the same benefits that I mentioned earlier. The only difference that you have the pooled funds from the venture firm. Also, first of all, well-qualified applicants who want to set up their own business or company. Under the venture plan, you can set up your own business, or you can invest in existing business. If you want to set up your own, and £50,000 has to, invest in your own business, that's fine. We can assist. If you want to invest in existing business, that's also fine. We can find you. We have some few companies that can accept £50,000 and offer you the benefits of creating jobs. So there are other benefits of investing in business. So the options are there. So well-qualified applicants who want to invest in a UK company in which there will be a director with equity, but they do not want the responsibility and difficulties of running their own businesses. So we can assist you with that. So if you want a one-stop solution of having a business as well, we can introduce you to those businesses and then arrange the deal. You become a director. Then the company will also take that responsibility from you, and they will be creating jobs for you, and then so you have more flexibilities, and you can set up new projects, do other businesses as well, apart from that business that you invest, although you need to be actively engaged in the business. So number 3, applicants in both these categories who do not have available to them £200,000 to meet the requirements for Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, this is a suitable option. What benefits does the plan offer? First of all, it has immediate access to City of London venture capital firm, which can meet UK authorities' requirements. There are, in practice, very few such entities who have the knowledge and specialism to meet the Tier 1 requirements in this field. So the country's law, our firm practice, and its venture capital partner is one of them. Number 2, until now, it has generally been the case that the applicants who do not want the application requirements of running their own business or company have found difficulty in accessing a method for reaching out to suitable companies which might take them as a directors. So, and it's, if you choose, as we say that the Kingdom Plan offers, why we have the high chance of success rate, why we have this great success rate in obtaining Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, because you invest in existing businesses, you become director, you become shareholder, and you easily pass the James test. And within the venture plan, you have 2 options, whether but whether you want to set up your own business, then you would need to provide a brief information of the business. There are requirements on the business plan, and we will help you on that aspect as well. And then, what other benefits does this plan offer? I would say Canvas Law can handle all the legal work, both immigration and corporate, relating to the company investment, as well as introducing through their wide business network companies that the applicant can consider for investment. Although Canvas do not provide they do not provide financial advice. So the financial advice is provided by any financial conduct authority or regulated company, but Canvas Law, they provide the legal advice. So what other benefits is that the plan offers a one-stop shop that can provide all the ingredients for successful visa application. So this opens up for modest investment all the benefits that may arise from obtaining such a visa and you, of course, gaining a UK passport. So when we say one-stop shop, is that what we offer is whether you want to set up new business or existing business, we offer you a one-stop shop solution. Because even if you want to set up your own business and your venture and the venture capital partner approves your business plan, then when you successfully get the visa, then you can start the exciting business that you actually want to do in the UK. But if you want to invest in existing business, as I said, whichever option you choose, we offer a one-stop shop solution. When you choose the business, we also help you with opening a business account and the company registration process and so on. So why Canvas Law? It's very difficult to find companies who would be willing to accept as little as £50,000. As you know, we have many companies that can accept £200,000 because, and agree there's terms that have been discussed, but there are few companies that can accept £50,000. But we are capable. We have companies and connections and we can tailor that and match that to your profile, and where you become a director, meet the conditions that the Tier 1 visa requires. And Canvas Law are able to put forward such companies for consideration because of our knowledge, experience, and connections in the startup company market. And what fees are required? If the question is about the fees are decided on a case-by-case basis. There are a number of different actions that have to be completed to make a successful application. So please do consult us, do contact us if you're interested, and we will go through that. Depending on your case, we will tailor, and the fees are intended to be very competitive for the work that is required in the individual case. What are the next steps? I would say that it's how that works. Obviously, you also, if you are if you're interested in this program, you may also assist our venture capital partner to raise funds on behalf of third-party investors, or the funds, because they're obviously venture capital partner will held these funds on segregated account on your behalf and providing all the relevant documents to the Home Office saying that we are holding these £50,000 on behalf of our client. So, and it's ready to investable in the UK business, chosen business by yourself. And once your visa approved, once you successfully got the visa, then the procedures is that the venture capital fund, the partner, will transfer that funds into your business account. So we need to do the KYC as part of the procedure. You will need to submit the required KYC documents. There will be a client care letter, engagement letter, which is our firm, Canvas Law, and there is a 50% deposit you would need to place at that stage so we can start the process, and we introduce you to our venture capital partner, and you receive the application form that you need to fill before helping to raise this £50,000 to our venture capital. You need to fill the application form, which will be provided to you in due course, and the £50,000 will be placed in the segregated account, as I said, and all the relevant documents will be provided by us to support your application. After receiving the visa, the applicant must provide the business account details and which with a formal letter to transfer the funds to the applicant's company business account. So we will assist you in obtaining the business bank account if required. So this is part of our one-stop shop solution. What documents or information you will need to provide? Number one, the venture capital partner is instructed to prepare and issue a final version of the business plan and necessary documents to secure it for £50,000 funding for the client for the purposes of the Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa application. So we will prepare the business plan has to be verified. The final business plan has to be verified, and the necessary documents to secure £50,000 funding for the client for the purpose of Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa application. In order to complete the process, the client needs to provide the following in addition to any specific requirements. And what are they? First of all, we need a passport copy, proof of address, copy of your CV, and any personal, professional reference letters. If you're working, professional letters, personal reference letters that will be very beneficial. If appropriate, letters of intent from vendors, where relevant, primary or additional funding sources to the funding provided by our venture capital partner. Support to help create the funding business plan. Also, we can help you with the creating the funding business plan as well. That's part of our service, and we need your assistance in that. We need to understand what initial information about your business, so we can assist you in that. And we need to understand what product, what service you are, pricing structure you have in the business, what's the cost, support. So we can also look into SWOT analysis, like strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threat. So we call it SWOT analysis. And if you choose the existing company, we can tailor the business plan to your CV. So, but if you do your own business, then we need initial information, the following information from you. And what you need to do is to identify or secure investors. If you secure the investors for 50,000 or more, then obviously we can hold these funds in segregated account and support your visa application. So you will help us either to identify or secure investors for the associate business as part of our work to ensure that funding is in place for our business prior to application submission. So this is part that has to come also from you. If the funds doesn't have to come from yourself. I mean, it can come from the third party, and that's where you assist our venture capital partner to secure investors and help hold the funds in the segregated account on your behalf to support your visa application. So what documents you will receive after during the process? We will normally provide the following to support the application: venture capital firm summary and presentation detailing information on the strategy, structure, and financial exposure of the fund. So they will be providing their bank statement, and because of the venture capital, they raise number of funds from a number of investors. They always have the required funds to support the business, whether it's $500,000 or $1 billion, but obviously they will providing the statement. And the good thing about that, under the Kingdom Plan, 200,000, you need to keep them for 90 days. But our venture capital partner, they have been keeping these funds for many years. So I mean, it's more than 90 days anyway. So, and it gives a bit flexibility. So you don't need to wait for 90 days here. So because all you need to show that you have a maintenance funds, you can support yourself and your family in the UK, and all you need to assist is securing the funds from the third party investors. So you will receive the venture capital firm summary and presentation detailing information on the strategy, structure, and financial exposure of the fund. Also, you will receive a summary of the technical, legal, commercial, and financial due diligence conducted in support of the investment. So the venture capital partner will do that due diligence report to submit to the Home Office as well as part of the application, and a statement of assessment to confirming that the proposed business is genuine and credible. So once all checks have been completed, they will provide that report. Also, you will receive a statement detailing the rationale for the investment and the investment decision. You will receive investment term sheets if funding is offered. Also, you receive the statement from the registered accountant confirming funds assigned to the client and copy of practicing certificate if funding has been agreed. Yeah, so that's very important documents to support your visa application. So details of the funds held for investment purposes as per CMA-R, so the FCA by the venture capital firm. So that's also part of supporting documents you will receive during this process, and fees are to be paid to the account to be provided and will be drawn as according to progress with the application. If you choose an existing business, then we will draw up legal corporate documents as normally we do, shareholder agreements outlining your directorship role, shares, and make sure that the companies will create creation of 2 jobs to meet the Home Office requirements. That's if you choose existing business, we do all the corporate work. If you decide to go and invest and do your own business, then basically we can assist you with whole procedure that I've just mentioned above. So in order to proceed, you will need to provide these documents as soon as possible so we can actually move to the next step. So we will provide you with according to whether you choose the Kingdom Plan 200,000 option, choose the £50,000 option, we will provide you, as part of the procedure, if you choose the existing company, we'll provide you with 4 business plans of 3 companies that are seeking investors. When necessary, we'll arrange Skype calls, telephone attendance, conference call, and meetings, draw up legal documentation with the company, negotiate the terms on your behalf, and draft all the shareholder agreements and any other relevant legal documents. And 5-year mentoring agreement if you need. We can also negotiate 5-year mentorship agreement. Any buyback options we can agree, but obviously under the venture capital Kingdom Plan, I believe there is no buyback because obviously the company is all just receiving £50,000, but the £50,000 may go for creating 2 jobs, and so for your peace of mind, so you can smoothly extend your visa after 3 years. So what are the unique benefits that the Kingdom Plan or Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa offers is that you can enjoy all the benefits living in the UK, one of the most developed countries in the world that is open for entrepreneurs. So your family, dependents have full rights to work in any organization in the UK full-time. So let's say you become the main applicant and spouse becomes dependent to you, and then the dependents can work full-time anywhere without any restriction in any organization in the UK. So it gives you extra support in terms of income generation. That could be a source, but obviously could be a good option for your spouse to develop a career by working in the UK, or his career or her career by working in the UK. So it's a great opportunity. And another benefit is that you and your family have full access to free medical services, which is NHS, and your children have free access to public schools, which is a great advantage as well. When you become a Tier 1 Entrepreneur Visa, since you obtain from day one, you can move to the UK, start settling with your family, doing a business and placing your kids to public schools, which is public schools are free in the UK. So I know, like for example, if I visit Middle East, Dubai, this schools education is very, very expensive, and if you have a larger family, many kids, it's becoming much more expensive in terms of the supporting that lifestyle. But in the UK, the public schools are free and medical is free. We provide the professional and individual approach for you and assist you to adapt to the UK life. So that's a part of our offering as well. So what the Kingdom Plan is a long-term a plan. So we assist you to settle. So our clients call us anytime, say, can you assist me with the property, real estate, tax advice, children, schools and so on. So we give that advice, we assist them, we introduce to our partners who can assist you, specialized expert partners who can assist you in this particular sector. So basically that's what we offer. So why it's now a good time? So first of all, it's also Brexit, but there are benefits of the Brexit as well. And currently we see that the GBP is actually also strengthening, but it's still very low. And after Brexit, it was one of the one of the cheap it was very low in terms of 15 to 20% after Brexit. So for any investors who investing, it's because you're transferring for your own currency, exchanging to different to a GBP, so you are benefiting from low GBP. Although GBP will go up gradually, and we see that happening as well, but still comparing, it's relatively cheap. New rules and changes, I always advise the clients, do not delay with the procedures. We start now, apply now, because new rules may change, may come, and that will affect your visa application. Like we've seen, 11th of January, like I said, this year there were some changes in the immigration rules. So it used to be dependents didn't need to, like dependents, the main applicant have to stay 185 days for 5 years in order to meet the requirements to apply for permanent residency. But however, the dependents have more flexibility in terms of minimum stay. But from the 11th of January 2018, now dependents also need to meet the minimum stay requirements of 185 days in each year in the UK. 5 years in order to apply for permanent residency. But again, I can give you, give me a call or leave send an email, book your personal consultation, so I can we can guide you on these procedures. So we have one-time offer today, and basically, what you're receiving the value of receiving personal consultation on the Kingdom Venture Plan or the Kingdom Plan or Elite Plan. By the way, in our next webinar, we will tell you more about Elite Plan. It's also for elite customer clients who would like to benefits of the guarantee, having some guarantees, personal guarantees by the founders in terms of return of the investment. So Elite Plan offers that as well, and so we can talk to you more about the next webinar. But the one-time offer today is the personal consultation of the Kingdom Venture Plan. You receive the personal consultation from the immigration lawyer. We will send you free business plans matching your CV, business matching, introduction to the founders, Skype calls, conference calls. That's all part of this procedure, and detailed information about the Kingdom Plan. So for all the participants, as a thank you for today's webinar, this consultation price is only £300, which includes the all above that I've mentioned, which is personal consultation on the Kingdom Plan, immigration advice, business plans matching to your CV, introduction to the founders, detailed information about the Venture Kingdom Plan, then the procedure and step-by-step progress and the process. And that's however, this offer ends on 3rd of March. just for your information. So in order to get the benefit of this offer, please go into www.visatier.com/1offer. So, and this offer will expire on the 3rd of March, so after 3 days. However, there is also, if you book your consultations today by 23:59 GMT, which is 12 o'clock by UK time, so I'll say still have some time. So until, today, this price is only £150 for the personal consultation and receiving all the benefits, including the introductory to the company founders. And we will be working on the business matching. We'll advise you on the steps. We'll help you on the process, advise you on the venture capital plan. So if you're interested, this offer closes by end of today, so by UK time, GMT. So if you're interested, please visit visatier.com/1offer, and we'll give you a call, advise you on the venture plan, give a personal consultation on the venture kingdom plan, and assist you with the process on how to successfully obtain this Tier 1 entrepreneur visa. And we will further introduce you to our venture capital partners and guide you on the step process. As I said, the new rules may change, the new rules may come. So if you apply before that changes, so then you would need to comply with all the new rules and the changes. But however, currently it's there's still, for example, if you choose 200,000 option, whether 50,000 or 200,000 options, the rules are the same, and we can assist. Two applicants can join as a team. So, for example, with the 100,000 option, the 200,000 option, 100,000 can come from both partners, 100,000 each. But if you choose the venture plan, even 25,000. If you help the venture capital fund to raise these 50,000, but two people can help raising 25 each. So jointly you can benefit from this program as well. So that even becomes more, interesting, I think, because you may have, you may want to go, and you may have a friend who wants to join with you as a partner, and he may want to benefit of this venture plan and being a joint partner with you. So I wouldn't say that grab this opportunity and give us a call. Book the consultation, and we'll give you a call straight and to give you further guidance and advice on the whole procedures. And we will start on the help you with the business matching. If you want to invest in existing business, we can send you some business proposals of those companies that are looking for investors and can accept that £50,000 and commit to those requirements of the Home Office as well. So it's and as I said, that you're not limited with one business. As a Tier 1 entrepreneur, you can do as many businesses as you want. So under the Kingdom plan, we can tailor the plan according to your needs, according to your requirements. Whether you want to set up a new business or invest in existing business, if you even want to go invest in existing businesses, there are some flexibilities. You have more freedom of time or very limited actively engaged. But as a business person, you can open a new businesses as well to generate your, to increase your income and generate more income. And we will guide you on how to do that. And as I said, it's a long-term program where we assist you not only obtaining the visa, but also to extend your visa after 3 years and after 5 years to become permanent resident and apply. So our offices, if you are in the UK, please give us a shout, let us know that you are in London. Please visit us. We're based in Swiss Cottage, Finchley Road. This is our address. And please leave book your consultations, as I said, and we'll give you a call, we'll guide you, we'll help you on the procedure, on the venture plan, and tell you more about the details, I would say, the unique benefits as well, through the consultation. This are just about our testimonials of our clients. This is testimonial from our client from Azerbaijan, a great depth of understanding the needs, requirements, and problems of international clients. Unique, extremely valuable. Definitely recommend Canfors Law Limited. There's another client from Iraq. Great help and outstanding service. We successfully got the visa to our Iraqi client. And he wrote us saying that dream come true, and great help and outstanding service of Canfors Law, very responsive to the way they business, very professional, very standardized in their services, of course highest of quality. Surely recommend your company to others because of my satisfaction with your service. So it's great to hear these testimonials from our clients, and it gives you more kind of sense of what when we help our clients. We have these high success rates of obtaining this Tier 1 entrepreneur visa by the Kingdom plan, by our clients investing in existing business, by even if you want to go for your own business, please book your consultation. We can guide you, help you on your plan of if you want to, let's say you want to go ahead with 200,000 option and you want to open your own business, although we can assist you and make a strong application and to in order to meet your requirements. So great, thank you very much for attending. I hope you received valuable information during the we had quite a good interest and from the clients, and it's a completely different offering. But as we are a UK company, our main service is the Kingdom plan, whether it's a venture Kingdom plan or elite plan, or so we assist you with the UK citizenship. But if you're interested in other citizenship programs, we can also assist because we are working with expert partners in those countries. So great, thank you very much for attending our webinar again. It was great having you all, and thanks for being active as well. And thanks once again, thank you. So if you would like to get that opportunity, have that nitty-gritties of this program, receive the step-by-step guide, please book your consultation. The offer expires today, and then it goes back to £300. So if you want to receive that offer as a thank you, we have an offer, this offer which is expires today. After this webinar, you will receive the link to this, so you can proceed. So you still have time until 12 o'clock. But then this £300 offer will expire on the 3rd of March. If you miss this opportunity, then you still have this option, which also expires about 3rd of March. But again, I would say if you want to receive all the information on the step-by-step process, we will be more than happy to fully brief and answer to your questions and assist you with the business matching and successfully obtain the visa. Once you come to the UK, we say thank you for coming to the UK, and we are here for 5 years until you get your citizenship, until you get your passport. That's what we offer, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you very much for attending, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.